now that everything's broke, what a great introduction. This is off to a wonderful start. Okay, welcome to the hills. Let's turn the volume down here so I'm not blowing your ears out. Alright, welcome to the hills. My name is Jordan Franklin, and I kind of wanted to come to you today and tell you who I am. Maybe you've stopped by my channel a time or two, and you kind of are interested in what I'm doing over here because it relates to you and the reality of your world and the outdoors. Or maybe this is the first time you've ever stopped by and you're like, who is this ugly dude with this microphone in his face? So again, my name's Jordan. I live and I grew up here in Western North Carolina. And since I was 8 years old, I've always had a love for the outdoors. From hunting to fishing to hiking, photography, videography, foraging, you name it. If it's outdoors, I like being out there. I've also always been the guy who has been standing in his old man's tree stand, imagining that I was on Bill Jordan's Team Realtree in front of a camera. I've always felt like I've had a story to tell. And I might not, and my story might not interest you at all. You might hang out for a few videos and decide, hey, this guy's not for me, and that's perfectly fine. But I wanted to bring this to you today, this video to you today in a podcast form. We're going to actually be starting more of a podcast type deal here on the channel. It's a little bit easier to film, and I can also get some different viewpoints of what's going on. So that brings me to who is A.M.M.O? Who is Appalachian Mountain Men Outdoors? Quite simply, we're people from the hills who use these hills to thrive every single day. And I want to show that to you. I want to bring to you and to your attention that you do not have to go out and kill monster deer every year to be an outdoorsman. I want to show you that you don't have to be in a Midwestern state to be able to have fun in the deer woods. I want to show you that you don't have to have 30 gobblers on the ground in front of you every spring morning you go out to be considered a turkey hunter. You don't have to harvest monster fish every time you go to the river, to the lake. You don't have to do any of it. You just have to embrace what's around you. And I believe that's what we do very well here in Appalachian Mountain Men Outdoors. So this channel is primarily ran by me. You've probably, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen some faces. We have people like Kyle McCarthy, Brandon Day, Jonathan Scholl. There's a few other names that I'm probably forgetting, and there's going to be many more names, hopefully, in the future for you guys to be able to get the full story of what an Appalachian mountain man is when it comes to the outdoor side of it. My goal here in the near future is to use a podcast platform to present to you tips, tricks, overall ideologies that we have here in the mountains, to present them to you in a way that's relatable or educational or entertaining or just plain stupid. Whichever floats your boat, it does not matter to us. I think one of the biggest things that people misunderstand about Appalachia as a whole, as the mountains as a whole, is there's an abundance of whatever you want to do when it comes to nature. You know, we're known for our beautiful leaves in the fall here in Western North Carolina. We're known for our waterfalls. We're known for our sunsets. And that's all true, but there's so many other aspects that people, I believe, miss, and especially outdoorsmen and women. Now, I'm not telling you and I'm not encouraging you to go out and bombard locals. I'm not encouraging you, and I'll never do that, so please don't take that the wrong way. And, you know, don't get bent out of shape of, oh, well, Jordan said we need to go and hunt Western North Carolina. Because, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's great. But I'm here to tell you it's some hard work. And that's another thing that I want to present to you guys throughout this podcast and throughout this channel is the challenges that we face. I want to be able to show you that, we learn the beauty of life through the struggles that we are faced with, that we are challenged with here in these hills. For us, 130 or 140 inch deer is a monster. For us, 1.25 inch spurs on a turkey is a monster. Where I like to fly fish at, anything over 8-inch trout is a monster. And that's where I'm hoping that I can relate to the common man who maybe you don't have the thousands of dollars to go on the Kansas hunt, or you don't have the time slots to go to Iowa. Work won't allow you. You don't have to. Do I love traveling to hunt? Yes, I do. And you're going to see that a lot here on this channel. You're going to see us travel around throughout Appalachia. Here comes spring. We're going to be going to Mountain City, Tennessee, which is where Jonathan Scholl with Appalachian Custom Calls is. He's one of our sponsors here at Appalachian Mountain Men Outdoors. We're going to be headed up to eastern Kentucky. We may even be going down to the upstate of South Carolina. So yes, we are going to travel. However, I'm going to show you here at home that you also don't have to travel. You can enjoy things in your backyard. Matter of factly, I'm sitting about 200 yards away from where I harvested a doe this past deer season, and I honestly believe that was one of the more enjoyable moments of my deer season. And then the large buck that I killed in western North Carolina last year, which is posted here on my YouTube channel, I took him 30 minutes away from where I'm sitting right now. So all that to say, this channel is mostly just for the people who live in Appalachian Hill Country that don't feel like they can relate to anything out there. And please don't take this in a negative way. I'm definitely not speaking bad of any other channel out there, because I love them all and I enjoy them all. But, you go and you watch other big name YouTube channels and maybe you're thinking, well, that does not relate to how I hunt. Those tips do not pertain to the way that I hunt. Maybe you are a local hillbilly, as I like to refer to myself, and you watch people and you watch the way they hunt and you want to implement that, but it just simply does not work for your area for whatever reason. I'll give you an example. I hear all the time other hunters discussing playing winds and thermals, and it does work. I'm not saying that's a myth, so please don't get what I'm about to say. Don't take it out of context, in other words. But if you think about how it works here in the mountains, your wind is so unpredictable that literally all you can play is the thermals, and you hunt high in the morning and try not to get there too early, because you're still getting that thermal pull down until that sun starts to come up, and you hunt low in the evening and just hope that everything pans out. Things of that nature, little tips like that about Appalachia, where another, I don't want to say big name, but someone who doesn't necessarily hunt in that same environment, you may or may not be able to relate to them, is what I'm basically trying to say. So I'm hoping that this channel provides you a little bit of an insight on how we do it. With turkey season coming up here soon, I do plan on maybe bringing some fellow staff members from Appalachian Custom Calls onto the channel to interview. We'll definitely talk about calls, different types of calls, the way we run calls, what we like to do here in the hills, how we like to call, because I do believe we are lucky in that sense that we can get away with a little bit more aggressive of a style of calling, if you will, simply because we have the terrain features to work with. We are able to get more aggressive, get in his face, because he actually has to crest that hill to get up here to us. It's not like he's gonna see me from 100 yards away and know that I'm not a hen and boogie on out of there. So here in the next few weeks, like I said, I plan on bringing you guys and gals some tips and tricks when it comes to the turkey woods here in the hills. after that, we'll get into fly fishing. I've got quite a few people that I'm interested in speaking to here on the channel with fly fishing for trout, smallmouth bass. Heck, I know a few people that musky fish on the fly, and I would be really interested to get them in here and hear what they have to say. And then if there's anything that you are interested in when it comes to the outdoors in Appalachia, please feel free to comment down below. Let me know what it is that you want to be educated on. And if I don't have the resource or the knowledge, the great part about us hill folk is we come together and we pass on the knowledge. We pass on the wisdom. We're like flock animals. We come together, and that's how we have thrived for so long since we settled in these hills. We come together, and if you don't know, I will teach you, and if you still can't learn, I will keep teaching you until you figure it out. So like I said, if there's something you're interested in, please feel free to comment down below and let me know. That way I can go ahead and start getting those resources lined up for you. To summarize everything, welcome to the hills. It's my mantra. I've had opportunities to leave here, and I don't move. I stay in place. I stay right here in Appalachia. Even though I've traveled all over this country, I've seen some of the most beautiful sights in other states. My home and my heart lies here in the mountains, and I want to show you why. I want to explain to you why. And I want to tell my story in the outdoors, and hopefully it encourages you, it inspires you, it educates you, or maybe it just entertains you. And if I've done any of those things, then I have succeeded in telling my story to you. I hope you guys stick around. I hope you guys learned a little bit about me, who I am, what this channel is about. If it bored you, well, I'm pretty good at running my mouth, so I apologize for that. But if you got anything out of it, please subscribe. Like I said, this is just an introduction. The things that I have planned for the future, my mind can't even stay wrapped around them, and I hope you're along for the ride. So, until next time, see you on the hill.